Midwestern Cowboy, this is Iron Horse. Thanks for watching. It's been a long time since I've taken a video. It's been a long winter. Today is February the 18th, and it's supposed to be about 60 degrees today, so great opportunity to get the motorcycle out. I'm actually on my way to go do a funeral for an elderly woman in our community that passed away. I'll tell you what, maybe you've seen this in the media. If you haven't, go check it out. There's a community that's close by here to us. We live kind of near Chalmers, Indiana, which is the town that's straight up ahead. And then there's Brookston kind of over this way, and then you keep headed east, and there's a town called Delphi. A small town of about 3,000 people. And just this past week, the town of Delphi has been just rocked, shaken to its core. 2 little girls that were in middle school disappeared on Monday of this week. It's Saturday now, so this was just this past week. They went out hiking at a place called the Monon High Bridge. And later on in the day, when some of the family came back to pick them up, they weren't there. So they rallied together, their friends and many people in the community went out to the High Bridge Trail and searched the area. They weren't found Monday night, but then on Tuesday around noon, just a little bit after noon, some of the searchers found their bodies. Kind of just off of the creek. There's a creek here in the area, lower Deer Creek. And they found their bodies. They were murdered. It was a double homicide of 2 young children. And, you know, so the whole community is just shaken to the core about this, as, you know, you would expect. And as of this moment, the killer or killers have not been captured. There is a benefit ride going on just about right now for the families, to help raise funds and cover some of their expenses. And I saw on social media a lot of bikers that I know who are going to participate in this ride. Gosh, people all the way from Indianapolis, you know, which is a good hour away, coming up to share in this ride and raise some funds for these families and honor these 2 little girls. I suppose if I wasn't going to this funeral, I would probably participate in that ride. But this funeral was set up, you know, and you got to do that. So it seems like I've got morbid topics today, doesn't it? The funeral of an elderly woman who was 87 years old and lived out her life, a beautiful life that she had. Grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And then, you know, by contrast, 2 little girls, 13 and 14, who were brutally murdered, really didn't get much of a chance to live their life. These do seem like morbid topics, don't they? But they're on sort of, you know, the different extremes. You know, death by natural causes, an elderly person, and then lives snuffed out too early, too young. In the funeral message that I'm going to preach today, I'm going to use Isaiah 40, which is really a great text for a funeral. And, you know, it's the passage that says, you know, all people are like grass, like the flower of the field. The grass withers and the flower falls off. But the word of our God stands forever. I think what's important about that text, at least to me, is that it speaks of a transcendent reality that exists above and beyond human existence. Look at there. Look at all these bikes going for the ride. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm gonna catch the tail end of this guy. All of these guys are headed to Delphi to go for this ride in honor of these little girls that were killed. You guys going to Delphi?
We are, but I gotta go up here and grab some more people.
Yep.
I don't know what group that is.
Yep. Yep.
Are you headed over there?
No, I have to go preach a funeral up here at the Miller-Rosca Funeral Home, so I would have loved to have been on the ride today, but
It sounds like it's gonna be bad.
yeah, yeah. I hope they give the families a lot of support, you know. Yeah, safe riding to you. Boy, that's a there'll be a lot of riders going to this ride today. That's really neat. That's one thing I like about bikers. They care, you know. Like the families here already. Well, even the funeral home. It was a good funeral. If there is such a thing as a good funeral. Bikes are out all over the road, dude. Man, there are lots of bikes. Hot rods too. Check this old car out. An old Camaro. Sweet. Yep. Look at all these bikes in the gas station. Lots of bikes, hot rods on the road. This is a big deal. When I was preaching the funeral today, this other funeral that I'm doing, the bikes just went riding right across the front of the highway there. And it was amazing. I mean, for the whole time, the service was 24 minutes. And, yeah, look at these guys. Bikes everywhere. Service was 24 minutes and it was just a constant parade of motorcycles. Man, look at this. They rode up here to Monticello to a place called the Whiskey and Wine Saloon, and now everybody's heading home. And look at all these bikes, people here eating. Well, perhaps there's just one more thing left to say. Midwestern Cowboy, this is Iron Horse. Thanks for watching.